And we are live. March 26th, 2021. I really do hope that my sound is decent. Looks like I might be clipping. 1 second, let me reset audio. I'll be right back, guys. All right, looks like it might have been worked out. Let me know if my sound is okay. I don't know. The StreamYard is kind of funny sometimes. Sounds good on my end. Let me just get a confirmation from the nation. Sounds good? Okay. Appreciate it, Kimon. All right, my good people. Do me a solid. For those that are moderating for me tonight, hashtag Mod Squad, let me know if at any point I miss a super chat, moderators, because I will be using StreamYard and sometimes some things just don't show. So if that's the case, just let me know. I hate to miss any super chats, because obviously people are willing to donate. I would like to acknowledge their question or their statement. Let me know, please. If I catch it, great. If I miss it, let me know, and I'll attend to it. So appreciate everybody for being here. March 26th, 2001, the SMT Podcast. If you're curious as to why I just have the telecom goat image as my avatar on tonight's show, it is simply because you don't need my visual today. What we're going to do is we're going to look at a report, and I want to dedicate as much screen real estate to the report as opposed to like the telecom goat. So we don't need my face. You want to see the report. The report is really encouraging. There are things from the root metrics report thus far that are absolutely incredible. I'm so happy to see that things are changing, and it's going to be helping consumers, obviously. And I'm happy to report it. I'm very thrilled with the early and preliminary results from the root metrics half 1 2021 performance reports from wireless networking. I do want to first give some shout outs. A big shout out to Thomas. Appreciate you for stopping by. Delon, Barry, good to see you guys. Eduardo, the homie Max Tech Studios is here. Mod, please drop a link, please, for his channel. Appreciate it. James, good to see you. My brother Kimon is here. Totally Techno Tim is in the house. Thanks for coming through tonight. Adam, welcome to you, sir. Good to have you. Yep, let's get Max Tech's link in there. Appreciate you. Marc, my dude. Good to see you, man. Jarrett, good to have you as well. The feisty goat's in the house. Not to be confused with the telecom goat. Appreciate you, Jack. Jose, yeah, thanks, bro. Thank you very much. Barry is here. Mike is here. Thanks for coming through, holding it down with the mod squad. Ryan, Sebby, appreciate you guys. My brother Sebby in the house. Hey, Maverick, going strong with the sprint. Yeah, hanging with the Sneedle. My Greek brother Lavendi. Good to see you, man. Tikanis. All right, audio's good, good. 7 Lucifer. Big John, what up, man? Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it, brother. Let's start off right with the donation. You're the best, man. You don't have to, man, but I do appreciate it. Brandon, appreciate you for stopping by. The other Brandon, welcome to the show, man. All right. Yeah, we got super chats. Jose is here. Josh, good to see you. Gene with the $2 super chat. Gene, thank you, man. Always so kind to donate. Always. Always been a huge supporter of the show. Thank you. And Marc, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Big Carlos, what up, man? Pat is here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. What I want to do is I want to look through several markets in the United States that we have preliminary results for from the Root Metrics report, half 1, 2021. Joey, good to see you, man. So what I want to do is I want to do a share screen. I want to go through some of the things that are important to know about the testing. And I want to make things very clear. There are more than one testing firms available that, carriers brag about and, all those types of things. What's important to note is that we put certain stock into certain carriers more than, others when it comes to the testing. And I should say that certain carriers like certain testing firms because they test favorably through those firms. So, for example, Verizon always brags about how they have all these Root Metrics awards. And then T-Mobile likes to brag about their Open Signal scores and their Ookla scores. These types of things. It makes sense. You're going to side with the testing organization that makes you look the best. But the only testing firm that I faithfully rely upon, and it has nothing to do with any carrier, is Root Metrics, and there's a couple of reasons why. I feel that their testing methodology is most conducive to an accurate and precise result of their testing. Now, the only thing that I would change about the Root Metrics, I wish they would test every market on the front end of a half and the back end of a half, so you can compare the beginning and the end of the half. For example, for their testing in the CLE, I would like to see the scores in January and, the scores in May. Unfortunately, time is of the essence. You don't know when they're going to test a certain market at what time. So the issue becomes the January score may not be indicative of several upgrades that a carrier has done in April. But a May test would show those improvements. So that way, when somebody sees the report in June or July, they don't get an accurate depiction of how it is closer to that time frame. So that really is the only issue I have with most of this testing. But the nice thing is if you go to Root Metrics and you click on the reports for the half that you're looking at, they'll tell you when they did their testing. Usually it's a 2-week window within that half, right? So if it's half 1 of 2021, it'll be January to, June of 2021 through that 6-month window. So that's really the only bone I have to pick with it. Outside of that, that's really it. Yeah, big shout out to Marc. Thanks for the super chat, Marc. Thank you. And Gene. Thank you, guys. What I wanted to actually do is I wanted to take a look at the methodology first. I think it's important, that we look at how they do this methodology. What's their process? Okay. So I want to go through some of the basics about the Root Metrics approach. All right. So they do what's called end-to-end mobile performance. And actually what I want to do is I want to remove me so that way you guys can see. All right. So we'll focus there. This means our testing shows the impact of everything that can affect the consumer mobile experience end-to-end, from the network itself to the impact of device problems, routing or gateway issues, or problems encountered as networks switch from call to data service, among other things. End-to-end mobile, this is everything involved with mobility. I like that. It's thorough. Big shout out to John. Thanks, man. Appreciate the super chat, the telecom code. Bah. All right. Thank you, man. Let's take a look at how root scores are calculated. After tests are evaluated for accuracy, results are converted into scores using a proprietary algorithm. So that is unique to root scores. Mobile network operator rankings are determined through statistical comparison of root scores. Root Metrics analyzes the network scores to determine when root scores statistically differ between networks. We then use a standard competition ranking algorithm to assign each network a final rank. So right away we have discredited anybody who says Root Metrics favors a carrier. They don't even choose the carrier. They have software that dictates the best carrier for a market based on data input. It's computerized. It's artificial intelligence. It's an algorithm. It's not a person. Networks with divergent scores are at times determined to be statistically indistinguishable, therefore receiving the same rank, and networks with very close scores can receive different final rankings depending how they compare to other networks' test results. So you can have ties. There's no significant difference between two networks. Okay. Let's see what else they say about their testing. Here's what they do. They take a consumer mobile experience. Take a look here. Highlighted in blue. They test with the same smartphones consumers use. That means they're not using reference devices. They're not using special software. Test the mobile activities that consumers use their smartphones for on a daily basis. Snapchat, YouTube, Google Drive, WhatsApp, messaging, calling, the whole shebang. Test at the same time that consumers use their phones. Every hour of the day, 6 a.m. to midnight, they're going to do the whole shebang. Test in the same places where consumers use their smartphones. Restaurants, bathrooms, schools, workplaces, brick buildings, aluminum siding buildings, parking lots, bowling alleys, movie theaters, libraries, McDonald's, the whole shebang. They're doing it all. You got to love it. Appreciate you, Alexis. Thank you for that super chat, man. You guys are the best. Thank you. Which phone models do you use? How do you select devices? There's no rooting. There's no jailbreaking. They use consumer devices from carriers. They update the smartphones twice per year. So they update them right before they test them. What do you want better than that? What and how do you test? Network reliability, accessibility, speed performance, on things like browsing web pages, using apps, making calls, and sending texts. Let's look at the categories. What does it mean when they say overall performing testing? A combination of reliability and speed in data, call, and text. What is network reliability testing? A holistic look at reliability performance across data, call, and text. Reliability category addresses the question, can I access the network and stay connected once I get connected? Okay. Nikki, thank you for the super chat, brother. You guys are awesome. Thank you again for the donations. This one is interesting. Network accessibility testing. A holistic look at accessibility performance across data, call, and text. It includes latency. For those of you that know what latency is, good. We know how important it is. But this addresses the question, how long does it take to connect? How long does it take to get access to the network? That's important. Every moment counts. Network speeds, I think you guys know what that means. Right? So for network speed, we're talking about how many megabits per second. Is it fast? Is it slow? That sort of thing. I think what they do with network speed testing, though, the question becomes, is it fast or is it slow? So they must have some kind of a threshold of what they consider to be diminishing speed. Right? So I would say probably anything under like 10 megabits or something like that. Because there's not much headroom. If the network gets a lot more users on a tower site at that moment in time, it starts to slow down. So speeds do matter, obviously. Data testing. They test speeds and reliability during file uploads and downloads, and while downloading files that represent loading typical web pages and apps. All right, so the quality of data. Call testing. How reliably each network is able to place and maintain calls. They go from mobile to mobile. All right, that's important to know. They're not calling landlines. Mobile to mobile. And then text testing. How reliably and quickly consumers can send and receive text messages. In my opinion, ladies and gents, the text and the calling has matured. Most carriers are doing this flawlessly. We shouldn't see much for low scores from those two. Really, the issue is the data. All right, when do you test? Nearly every day of the year, they're testing. Every 6 months. They measure day and night, each day of the week. They do tests each location long enough to make sure that things are not rare and by chance. They're looking for an accurate depiction of the consumer mobile experience. So they're not testing one time in a city. They're going to do the whole city extensively. They're walking outdoors. They're in urban cores and select markets. They're trying to do it like a consumer's mobile life. Okay. Are there boundaries? It says the boundaries of the areas we test for route scores are defined by governments and official agencies, not by route metrics. When official boundaries are not available, we measure network performance in densely populated areas where consumers often use their phones. Everything is random sampling. They measure roaming. Okay. All right. I feel confident moving forward that you guys now know the methodology for the testing. Let's take a look at some of these items. Let's look at some of the scores thus far. Half one, preliminary, 2021. All right, let me do my screen share, and we're going to start taking a look at the first markets. All right. Wait, did this? Nope, I don't need this. Okay. And we should be good now. Okay. If you go to routemetrics.com, it will take you to the homepage, and then you can select the different reports for the different years. Be mindful when you look at the markets on the right, it's going to default automatically, put you in alphabetical order by city name. So not by state, not by region. It's going to do it by city name. Now be mindful. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the half that you're looking at. You're going to see first half 2021 here on the right. Or if it's the previous half, right, second half 2020. Okay? When you're navigating this, make sure you look at which half you're looking at, because if you're looking at old data, it'll say, you know, that's the data from before. But the nice thing is when you click on a market, I'm going to click on Akron, Ohio. It's going to give you the most up-to-date route metrics reporting. So this is first half 2021. It'll say the first half here. If you scroll down, it'll give you the previous halves on the left-hand side. So you got first half 2021, second half 2020, first half 2020, and so on. It goes back, I think, as far as like 2014. Oh, 2012 even. Okay, nice. All right, great. If you click on market stats on this page, it'll show you the dates in which they tested. So, for example, for Akron, Ohio, the data they collected between January 31st and February 5th. So they tested for 1 full week in Akron, Ohio. They give you a little bit of data. They tell you they drove 1,100 miles in and around Akron, Ohio. Population, 569,000. So it gives you an idea of how densely populated Akron is. Now, Akron is interesting. Akron has a very urban feel to it in segments of Akron. And Akron also has a very rural side to it too. Right? So it's a mix. So that's an interesting market to see. All right, now when I look at the performance reports, here's your categories, overall performance. That gives you a general idea about how the network is doing there. Okay? And then you have network reliability, network accessibility. You get some notes down here to tell you what's going on. Let's take a look at Akron. For half one, 2021, on those dates, January 31st to February 5th, AT&T had an overall performance score of 99.4. Verizon, 99.3. T-Mobile, 97.1. That's an overall ranking by RootMetrics algorithm. Okay? Let's set some ground rules for tonight. Here's what I mean. If AT&T has a 99.4 and Verizon has a 99.3, is AT&T really that much measurably better than Verizon? Not really. They're very, very close. In fact, I would even say with T-Mobile scoring a 97.1, that's not really that much substantially worse than Verizon or AT&T. Sure, the metric is a little bit lower, but it's very close. So in my opinion, in Akron, you could choose whichever carrier you want, and you're not sacrificing much in terms of performance. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take a look at some of the categories. All right, so if you click on network reliability, remember, this is how reliable the network is. AT&T 99.7, Verizon 99.7, T-Mobile 97.9. Those are very good metrics. They're almost perfect. You can't even discern AT&T and Verizon. And T-Mobile is very close. They're very competitive in Akron. Network accessibility. Is the network there for you? And does it stay there for you? AT&T 96.8, Verizon 96.1, T-Mobile 91.7. My takeaway, AT&T and Verizon are the better two carriers there. T-Mobile lags a little bit behind in network accessibility. This is network speed. AT&T and Verizon are absolutely cooking in Akron. 99.9 speed ratings. T-Mobile is very close. 98.4. That may be just a difference of a couple of megabits per second. Who knows? Maybe there were a couple slower T-Mobile tests, and it knocked down their score a bit. In my opinion, that is such a small difference. I don't think you could choose a carrier in Akron based on speed. They all look very competitive. Here's data performance. AT&T 99.7, Verizon 99.6, T-Mobile 98.6. Again, AT&T and Verizon are clearly the best. T-Mobile is extremely close. You can't really say, well, based on the data performance, clearly AT&T and Verizon are so much better than T-Mobile. That's not the case. They are very close. Call performance. All right, maybe T-Mobile's lagging a little bit there. 95.7. The other carriers are all over 99. In text performance, they're all basically the same. Right? There's not much difference there. So when I look at these scores, if I had to say one carrier was better than the other, it feels like maybe AT&T is the best carrier in Akron. But if you had Verizon, you're very happy probably. And if you have T-Mobile, it's very good. And if you were thinking about switching to T-Mobile, and you could save money doing so, or get a better value, you would feel confident that you're getting basically the same type of network as AT&T and Verizon. That's how I look at these reports. How competitive is a carrier relative to its competition? So this is Akron. All right. Oh, and by the way, there's notes here on the side. It tells you a couple of things here. Since our previous rounds of testing, AT&T's median download speed increased from 21.7 megabits to 45.7. Why is that important? AT&T more than doubled its median download speed. AT&T's median upload speed went from 5.5 to 10.5 megs. T-Mobile's download speed increased from 20.7 to 29.9. T-Mobile's median upload speed went from 8.9 to 19.3. Verizon's upload speed increased from 11 to 19. So what do you take away? AT&T has improved dramatically. T-Mobile has improved dramatically. Even Verizon showed improvement in uploads. The carriers are improving in Akron. I like what's happening in Akron. I really do. That's how I'm looking at this RootMetrics score. All right, now, for the moment of truth. You guys know where I'm going. You know which market matters the most. There's only one important market in this country. Say it with me now. The CLE. How selfish of me to really think the wireless universe revolves around Cleveland, Ohio. All right, let's click on it. First half 2021. Let's take a look at the CLE. Hey, Jess, good to see you. Hey, Rubes. All right. We have the first half 2021. We have the root report. Nice. I'm very happy. Let me tell you why I'm very happy. The Cleveland testing was done from March 1st to March 9th. That's 8 days of full testing very recently. I love it. All right, let's take a look at these scores. Overall scores. Verizon scored a 99.2. AT&T a 99.2. T-Mobile 97.9. I feel like this is pretty accurate. Let me tell you why I'm very happy about this. The Verizon score has pretty much been this way for a while. The AT&T one has improved. It's gotten better. And the T-Mobile one has improved dramatically, like way better. All right, let's take a look at the notes. Since our previous rounds of testing, AT&T's median download speed increased from 23.7 to 47.1. Their upload from 6.4 to 9.5. Their median download speed from 19.5 to 44 for T-Mobile. Wow. T-Mobile more than doubled their median download speed. N41 is a thing. 100% confirmed. The reason why this happened, the reason why T-Mobile more than doubled its median download speed is because of N41 upgrades. 100% confirmed. T-Mobile's median upload speed increased from 14 to 22 megabits. Verizon's median upload speed increased from 12 to 21 megabits. I can confirm this is 100% true. Verizon is killing uploads in the CLE. That is true. All right, let's go through the numbers just a bit. Let's go to network reliability. Verizon 99.8, AT&T 99.5, T-Mobile 98.5. In my personal opinion, those are all very close. Okay, so Verizon scored technically the highest. AT&T is right there. And even T-Mobile's within a percentage point. In my opinion, you can feel confident that all the carriers have high network reliability in the CLE. I can confirm that is true. I have all three. Network accessibility. Wow, we have a clear king of network accessibility, AT&T. They scored 97.6, Verizon 94.3, and T-Mobile 93.8. I will say that AT&T over the course of the last 2 years has absolutely rocked it here in the CLE. The network access has improved so substantially. I usually reach for my AT&T line when I'm watching video, when I'm uploading, when I'm downloading, any type of thing that I need dedicated speed. I like to use my AT&T. It's really good. So in network accessibility in the CLE, AT&T's killing it. Verizon's okay. T-Mobile's okay. Verizon and T-Mobile are very close to each other, but clearly AT&T is ahead. Let's look at speeds. This is the best case scenario. Verizon is 99.9, T-Mobile 99.7, AT&T 99.6. You can't tell the networks apart in terms of network speed. This is 100% true. These three networks are all very fast here. T-Mobile is now number 2, though. I'm happy to report that. Hey, big shout out to Blaze. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I'm doing the screen share thing. Appreciate it, man. You can have whatever carrier you want based on network speeds in the CLE. Let's look at data performance. AT&T recorded the fastest median download speed, blah, 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 blah. We got all that. Notes are there. T-Mobile at 99.3, Verizon at 99.5, AT&T 99.6. The data performance is pretty much identical between the three. It really doesn't matter who you pick. Call. I guess Verizon and AT&T have the calling on lockdown. T-Mobile lags a little bit, but they're pretty close. They're at like 97. Right? It's pretty good. In text performance, they're all over 98.7. In my opinion, although I see Verizon and AT&T at 99.2, to me, T-Mobile's numbers are good enough. They're very, very close to Verizon and AT&T. It is. You're right, Franco. It is a good market. It is. All right, so let's take a look at another market, shall we? Let's take a look at Columbus, Ohio. All right, so what do we know about Columbus, Ohio? AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile are indiscernible. It doesn't matter what carrier you have in Columbus. They are all very good. I can confirm when I was in Columbus last year, I was with Caleb. AT&T was incredible. Verizon was very good, and so was T-Mobile. Let's look at some notes. AT&T's median upload speed increased from 8.5 to 16.5. T-Mobile's median download speed increased from 19.5 to 35. T-Mobile's median upload speed increased from 17.2 to 27.8. Verizon's median download speed decreased from 43 to 30.5. They're telling you that Verizon's average download speed slowed down. So if there's anybody out there from the Columbus area, I would like to know, has Verizon's median download speed slowed down in Columbus for you? All right, let's see if it shows up in the testing. Network reliability, we got a 3-way tie. Network accessibility, Verizon's ahead a little bit. AT&T's pretty close. T-Mobile's back a little bit. Network speed, they're all very, very close. AT&T is 99.9. T-Mobile, 99.5. Verizon, 99.4. It's hard to really tell them apart there. Data performance, 99.6 for Verizon, 99.4 for T-Mobile, 99.3 for Big Blue. Indiscernible. Call, they're all over 98.5. Text, they're all over 98.9. You can pick whichever carrier you want in Columbus. It doesn't matter. They're performing very similarly. All right. Interesting. All right, we're going to take our first request. We have a super chat from Sir Edward of Cuevas with the super chat. Thank you. He says, do Phoenix. Let's do Phoenix. First half 2021. All right, the Phoenix testing was done between February 20th and March 2nd. Population 3.6 million people. It's a pretty big town. It looks like the testing was done over about 10 days or so. Fair enough. Let's take a look at some numbers. Overall score, Verizon 99.3, AT&T 98.7, T-Mobile 98.0. If you ask me, you can choose your carrier in Phoenix. They're all very close. Give or take a percentage point, life is good in Phoenix. AT&T's median download speed increased from 32 megs to 58 megs. Wow. T-Mobile's median download speed from 18.8 to 32. Very good. T-Mobile median upload from 14.5 to 30.5. That's incredible. Verizon's median download speed decreased from 49 to 31.7. Wow. We saw the same thing in Columbus. Verizon's median download speed decreasing. We might be seeing a trend, Nikki. Big shout out to Jack. Thank you for the super chat, brother. He said, keep up the grind. You put in a hell of a lot of work. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the encouragement, and I appreciate the donation. Thank you. Very nice of you, man. Thanks, Jack. Big shout out to the Patreon crew. Hashtag Sneed Army. All right, let's take a look at network reliability. We'll do Madison next. All right, Verizon, 99.8. AT&T, 99.3. T-Mobile, 98.8. I can't discern one from the other. They're all very close. Network accessibility. Looks like Verizon's a little bit better than the other two. AT&T and T-Mobile are very close. Network speed. All right, what can we say about network speed? AT&T 99.9, Verizon 99.4, T-Mobile 99. Wow. Freaking fast. All three carriers are very fast in Phoenix. Wow. Data performance. Verizon 99.4, AT&T 99.4, T-Mobile 99. Calling, they're all good. Maybe T-Mobile's lacking a little bit there. Not much. And then texting, they're basically all the same. Phoenix is a nice market. They're all good. They're all good. One could argue that if you're picking based on data speed, you can't even tell them apart. Wow. Look at that. Life is good in Phoenix. Really good. All right, Big Tom. Appreciate the super chat. Let's go to Madison, Wisconsin, shall we? Got Madison in the house. All right, let's take a look at Madison. Madison was tested in the week of January 19th to January 24th. Population 400,000. Here's some notes. We got a lot of notes. AT&T's median download speed increased from 15.5 to 24. AT&T's median upload from 5 to 11. T-Mobile's median download from 8.5 to 13.8. Median upload from 3.9 to 12.5. Verizon's median download speed decreased from 34 to 26. Verizon's median upload increased from 8 to 11. So Verizon's upload speed has been increasing, but their download speeds are decreasing. Starting to see a trend here. Network reliability. Verizon 99.5, AT&T 99.3, T-Mobile a little bit behind 97.5. Accessibility, Verizon way ahead, 95.9, AT&T 93.4, T-Mobile 90.7. All right, so T-Mobile's kind of back in network accessibility. It's a little bit too far back compared to the competition. Network speed, T-Mobile is way behind. This is a problem. AT&T is at 98.9. Verizon is 98.5. T-Mobile's back 18 ranking points. T-Mobile does not appear to be very good in Madison. Looks like they have trouble there. And network speed. I don't know if it's a tower density issue, congestion, something. Data performance, AT&T 99.1, Verizon 99.0, T-Mobile 92.2. So T-Mobile's data is a little bit behind the competition in Madison. Ooh, special note. Verizon did not record any mobile-to-mobile dropped calls during testing. Looks like maybe AT&T and T-Mobile did. T-Mobile a little bit behind in call quality. And the text performance is pretty much the same. If you are in Madison, Wisconsin, it looks to me like you can choose between Verizon and AT&T. If you choose T-Mobile, you may be getting a lesser network. But it looks like the AT&T might be the better option because of network speeds. Maybe. That's what it appears to be. All right, so Alexis, to answer your question, and thank you for the super chat. The reason there's no Dallas is because there's no Dallas yet. They will be doing a Dallas test, but it'll probably either be ongoing right now or in the near future. They test through the first 6 months of the year. So it looks like they haven't tested Dallas yet for this half. I could show you the data for 2020 if you want. You just let me know. Big Troy, appreciate the super chat. He says Buffalo, New York. Sure can. Let's do it. Oh, let's see the notes. AT&T's median download speed increased from 25.7 to 50.9. Nice job, AT&T. Uploads from 10 to 17. T-Mobile's download speed increased from 24.9 to 46.6. Nice job. Their upload, 12.9 to 23.5. Very good. Verizon's median download speed decreased from 33 to 24.9. Upload speed increased from 10.2 to 16.6. We're starting to see the trend. The congestion is real with Verizon, or, which we presume it's a DSS thing. The DSS inefficiency is a problem. All right, let's look at the reports. All right, so we're going to take a look at all the different categories. All right. AT&T 99.4, T-Mobile 98.4. Those are very close. Obviously AT&T just a smidge better. Verizon 97.0. So a little bit behind the competition. Network reliability. AT&T 99.8, Verizon 98.9, T-Mobile 98.6. They're all very close. Accessibility. Verizon 89.1, AT&T 95.9, T-Mobile 96.7. So T-Mobile wins this category, in my opinion. AT&T is pretty close, but Verizon is pretty far back. Verizon is way behind the competition in this category. Network speed. This is an issue. AT&T is 99.9. T-Mobile is 99.8. They're very fast. Verizon has regressed 90.9. Way behind the competition. Data performance. AT&T is 99.6. T-Mobile 99.5. Verizon 95.1. Behind the competition. Calling, Verizon got a perfect score. AT&T very close. T-Mobile's a little bit behind the competition at 97.2. And texting, they're all good. In my opinion, in Buffalo, Verizon has regressed. T-Mobile has improved dramatically. And AT&T is showing excellence. The carrier to have in Buffalo appears to be AT&T, but T-Mobile is right on their heel. And Verizon's close too. Although it does look like Verizon has lost its grips on network dominance in Buffalo. Let's look at the history of Buffalo. It used to be a Verizon town. Whoa. Last half, Verizon was winning the Root Metrics report. This half, it's AT&T and T-Mobile. How the tables have turned. Dennis, appreciate the super chat, brother. Dennis P with the $5 super chat. Glad I could catch the stream. Do Pittsburgh, my favorite market, and your rival city. Side note, your market makes me so jealous. Let's check out Pittsburgh for dentist. Oh, no, Pittsburgh. We don't have data for this half. We don't have the data. I'm sorry, Dennis. They haven't tested Pittsburgh yet for half one. Would you like me to look at half two? Let me know. It's older. It's 2020. Let's go back to that data then. Let me take a look at Pittsburgh for you, buddy. Yep. All right, here's Pittsburgh. All right, Dennis. In Pittsburgh, AT&T is the one. AT&T's median download speed decreased from 57 to 41. I think that's when they turned on 5G. The T-Mobile upload increased from 8.9 to 11.5. All right, so overall performance, 99.0 for AT&T, 97.6 for Verizon, 93.4 for T-Mobile. It's pretty obvious AT&T is the carrier in Pittsburgh. Verizon just a little bit behind, and T-Mobile's behind the competition. AT&T in network reliability is number one. Verizon right behind. T-Mobile's kind of behind them, pretty far actually. That's a pretty steep drop off. We got network accessibility. Verizon 96.7. AT&T 95.5. T-Mobile kind of far behind at 92.6. AT&T 99.3. Verizon 97.9. T-Mobile 93.7 in network speed. I think AT&T is the fastest carrier in Pittsburgh, so the most capacity. Data performance, AT&T's ahead. Call performance, AT&T's ahead. Verizon is way behind. T-Mobile's really far behind. Texting, they're all pretty much right there. Although T-Mobile looks like they have some problems texting, maybe. I don't know. So, Dennis, it's a AT&T market, as I think we've had that conversation before. And that testing was done in the end of October, early November last year. A city of 1.7 million people. Wow, Pittsburgh. where it's at for AT&T. We'll see how they do this half. Yeah, Dennis, my market's really active. The carriers get to do whatever they want. They really do. All right. A couple things to note really quick. I don't know if you guys are catching this, and this has to be said. This is important. For the last several years, Verizon has dominated this Root Metrics report. That is not the case anymore. Root Metrics is no longer dominated by Verizon. It's now shared dominance. It's Verizon and AT&T. I want you to look at these scores. Look at these blue and red dots. Albany, New York, blue and red. Albuquerque, blue. Allentown, red. Ann Arbor, red and blue. Blue, red and blue. It's not just Verizon winning anymore. AT&T is winning almost as much as Verizon. Oh, and by the way, we now have T-Mobile markets. T-Mobile never used to win Root Metrics. They do now. So let this be a lesson to people out there that say that Root Metrics is paid by Verizon. If Verizon was paying Root Metrics to favor them in these scores, why is Verizon losing all these markets? This one is shared between all three. This one is shared between Verizon and AT&T. This one is AT&T and T-Mobile, Sarasota, Florida. Root Metrics is not paid to do anything special for any carrier, and this proves it. T-Mobile has just been a bad sport. Their network just wasn't good before. Now it's good, and it's getting better, and they're winning markets. To say that Root Metrics was favoring Verizon is an absurdity. That was just John Ledger trying to, control and twist the narrative. The truth is that the T-Mobile network used to be trash. And the truth is that the T-Mobile network is a lot better now. These market wins prove it. St. Louis, Missouri, shared between Verizon and T-Mobile. Sarasota, Florida, shared between T-Mobile and AT&T. So I would like to ask John Ledger, Mike Sievert, Neville Ray, now that you're winning these markets, is Root Metrics still paid by Verizon? I'm going to do a video on this, obviously. I will be doing a follow-up, so you can expect this on the channel. I'll be doing a summary of my findings. I'll be comparing a couple of key markets. But this has to be said. Mike Sievert, John Ledger, Neville Ray. They always say things like, Root Metrics is paid by Verizon. No, they're not. Your network just used to suck. The T-Mobile network used to suck badly. It doesn't suck anymore, and Root Metrics is proving it. Root Metrics is showing us how incredibly improved the T-Mobile network is. I've dictated that. I've documented that in all my testing, all my videos. The T-Mobile network is unrecognizable. It's not only larger now, it's not only faster now, but it's more reliable than it's ever been. There's more tower overlap, there's better connectivity, there's better upload. In pretty much every metric, the T-Mobile network has improved, and Root Metrics is showing it. The reason the T-Mobile network didn't score well on Root Metrics before is because it wasn't good. Now it's good. And they're winning markets like Sarasota, Florida, like Providence, Rhode Island, like Oklahoma City. Let's take a look at Oklahoma City real quick. In Oklahoma City, you can pick your carrier. Based on performance, it does not matter. All right, it doesn't matter who you have. You'll be happy with the performance. But what I want to do is I want to look at the 2020 second half winner. It was Verizon. So you mean to tell me, Neville Ray, Mike Sievert, John Leisure, you mean to tell me Verizon stopped paying root metrics all of a sudden? Or did the network actually improve? You tell me. Tell me what you guys think. Did the T-Mobile network improve? Or did Verizon stop paying root metrics? Which one is the most likely scenario? Type of 1 if you think Verizon stopped paying root metrics. Type of 2 if you think the T-Mobile network just got better. Anytime a company comes out and says, oh, this party, is paid by Verizon because Verizon did the best. Oh, this party is paid by AT&T because AT&T did the best. People aren't stupid. We know. Bro, root metrics they have no dog in the fight. They're just testing the networks. They're paid to test the networks. They're not paid to take a side. What do they have to lose? What do they have to gain? The Verizon network has been dominant till now. Now we're seeing that dominance it's just not there anymore. AT&T is right there. T-Mobile is right there. It's not because Verizon's not paid anymore. It's because the T-Mobile network has improved. N41 is real. And AT&T's FirstNet is real. It has completely changed the network performance. I'm happy to report that if you want any carrier in the CLE, they all perform well. Whoever you want your carrier to be, it works. I'm very happy to report this. I think somebody was actually requesting a market, but I don't remember who it was and what they requested. I think it was Ryan. All right, let's check Philadelphia. Do we have a Philadelphia mention? We don't have data for Philly. Not yet. We don't. You know what? Let's pick a T-Mobile market where they dominate. Let's see. Is there one where T-Mobile is the only number one where it's not shared? Do we have that? I don't think so. I think they have a couple of shared or ties. Let's pick one. All right, let's pick Providence, Rhode Island. All three are awesome there. Wow. Look at Providence, Rhode Island. T-Mobile's got some trouble with network accessibility a little bit, but they got really good capacity. Data performance is stellar. Call performance is stellar. Big shout out to the T-Mobile engineering team in Providence, Rhode Island. Do we got LA data? Los Angeles? No LA data. Let's do Vegas. Big shout out to Carlos. Big shout out to Carlos. Yeah. AT&T in Vegas. Nice job, AT&T. 98.5. Verizon, 97.7. T-Mobile, 96.5. Network reliability, Verizon. AT&T. T-Mobile's back a little bit. Network accessibility, what is going on there? So T-Mobile and AT&T are around 92. That's still not very good. Verizon at 89.4 behind the competition. Network speed, looks like AT&T and T-Mobile are way ahead. Verizon's pretty far back at 95. Data performance, they're all pretty close. AT&T's number one. Call performance, Verizon's number one. AT&T's close. T-Mobile's back a little bit at 94.6. Texting, you pick. It's all the same. MPT, you got to give me a city. It's all by market. So, I don't know. Got no Charlotte data. Sorry. We do have Albuquerque data. I'll go ahead and do that. AT&T and Albuquerque, buddy. 99. Verizon 97.8. T-Mobile 94. So it looks like T-Mobile's got some work to do there. AT&T and Verizon for reliability. Accessibility, it's AT&T way beyond everybody. Network speed, AT&T perfect in Albuquerque 100.0. Wow. Data performance, AT&T. Call performance, AT&T and Verizon. What is going on with calling for T-Mobile in Albuquerque? What the heck? AT&T's killing it in Albuquerque. Testing was done in January. Population 741,000. All right. Let's take a look at Antelope Valley, California. AT&T 98, Verizon 97, T-Mobile 89. Looks like T-Mobile's got some work to do in Antelope Valley. Yeah, Verizon's good. AT&T is good. Network accessibility is pretty low for Verizon and T-Mobile. Whoa. T-Mobile is absolutely trash. Wow, look at the network speeds. T-Mobile is terrible. 36.1. Wow. Verizon is not even that good in Antelope. They're 86.3. But look at AT&T, 99.2. If I lived in Antelope Valley, the only carrier I would have would be AT&T. What in the world is going on with T-Mobile? 36.1? What in the world? The heck? T-Mobile's congestion problems in Antelope Valley are real. That is horrible. Anybody out there from Antelope Valley, California? What? There's no way you could have T-Mobile in Antelope Valley if you use data. I guess if you only made calls or texts, it's cool. But who does that anymore? Right? Sheesh. That needs work. They need N41 in Antelope Valley. Ugh. Neville. Small cells in Antelope Valley, please. Immediately. Oh, man. What is going on there? No Cincinnati, buddy. No data on that yet. No data on Atlantic City either. Let's see here. No data on Miami, Florida. No data on Tampa either. Sorry. Dennis says, why do you think T-Mobile has such poor call quality in general across markets? I find it kind of surprising since it's the it's their routing. I think that's a problem. Some of the things we take for granted in networking, like reliable calling, holding on to calling, tower handoffs. The one thing that T-Mobile lacks in certain markets is tower density. That can affect call drops and call quality. I think that might play a part as well. So between the routing and the tower site density, it could be problems. All right, we do have Orlando. We got some Orlando data. No Dallas data, sorry. In Orlando, Miami, Verizon 99.5, AT&T 98.9, T-Mobile 98.5. They're all pretty good there. Reliability, wow, look at that. Wow. You could pick whoever you want in Orlando. Although Verizon's accessibility is much higher. Network speed, they're all pretty good. Data performance, they're all very good. Calling, they're all very good. Text, they're all very good. All right, so I think the problem in Orlando is Verizon's got the accessibility. William, I don't think they have Patterson data. Not yet. I don't know. I'll take a look for you. I don't think I saw it. Yeah, no Patterson. Sorry. All right, y'all. I think what I'll do is I'll leave it at that. I am going to do a video on this. We'll be talking about this report a little bit more. Remember, this is preliminary. This is not set in stone. A lot can change for, the total report. There's still markets to be tested. Cincinnati, Dallas, there's other cities, Patterson. That information will be coming with time. We've got still about 3 more months to test. But these are the preliminary results so far. For those that are watching this on replay, let me know what you thought about the results from these preliminary tests from the early markets of testing. Let me know if you think it's accurate, if you live in some of these markets. Let me know if you think, that it's different than your experience. I think it's important to try to be objective. And if you only live and work and play in a very small area, your usage will not reflect that of people driving around a city testing. So it may not be, accurate, your usage. That can differ. Thanks, Dennis. No problem, man. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thanks for supporting. I'll be doing a follow-up video to this. That'll be up and coming tomorrow. I'll be doing a little bit of analysis. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Thank you to everybody for the donations. Hashtag Mod Squad, all my moderators that took care of me tonight. Hashtag 2Live Crew, those watching this in the live. Hashtag Replay Crew, watch this on DVR. Hashtag Ravioli Gang for those watching this while eating dinner or snacking. And I think that's pretty much it. Thanks to everybody for the donations. Thanks for the, getting involved in the live chat. You guys are great. I'll leave it at that. Hopefully we'll see you soon on the next video. Peace.